Once again, you're welcome to my YouTube tutorial, and in this video we are going to be talking about supply insight report. And this is some of the things that you're going to be learning in this dashboard. Number one, you're going to be learning about the design. If you are the type of person that you always look up to how to really have a wonderful design like this in your Power BI dashboard, you can look up to this. So there's so many things to learn from them. And also we are going to be learning about so many things. These are the KPIs that they would like to see in the dashboard: revenue, and we have product sold, then we have stock level, and we have total costs, and we have percentage of profit margin. As you know, this is a supply chain analysis. Then we have revenue by shipping carriers. As you can see, we have carrier P that gave us the highest revenue, which is 250,095 cents, and we have carrier C. We have also have carrier A. Then we have revenue by product type. We have skincare, which is 241,628. We have hair care, and also we have cosmetics. Then we have average defect rate by product type, because also they would like to see which of those products we exploit, probably when they were shipping it or probably when they were packing it. Revenue by customer demographic. What does that mean? We want to see where our customer really come from. Probably want to see the percentage of male, percentage of female, and also non-binary, unknown. These are some of the things they will also like to be seen, and they will also like to see in a dashboard. Order quantity by SKU, which is our level of our inventory. Then we also have price and the product sold by SKU and the product type. And this one we are using what we call a scatter chart. If you have not used a scatter chart in Power BI, this is an opportunity for you to learn about a scatter chart, and I'm going to teach you how to go about this. Then we have product wise. You can see we have, this is our product. Then we have, this is product sold, and we have our stock level, we have total costs, and we have revenue, we have profit, then we have profit and margin. What does this say about the supply chain analysis? Number one, these are the product that we have, and these are what we've sold, and these are the stock level. We have to refill it because already we have, once the stock level goes beyond down, comes below 1,500, and we have to restock it immediately. Then the total cost that cost us to sell those things is 14,643. We have our revenue generated, then we have our profit, then we have our profit margin. These are some and part of what you'll be learning. Please, if you find this video interesting, please subscribe, please like. Also, please try to click the ring bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So these are some of the things that you can do to support us. If you are new to this channel, my name is Peter Analytics. We teach people how to analyze and visualize data. So the next thing we are going to do, I'm going to open a new blank for us to start our analysis. So I'm going to go to profile. You can see I have what we call profile here, but in your own case you might not have this open already. So if you don't have this open already, you can just open your blank Power BI. Probably that might be the best thing. Wherever, just go to your machine and look for your Power BI on your desktop. So once you have your Power BI on your desktop, then from there we can just have your Power BI opened. In case you have not downloaded it and you would like me to do a video already, you see my phone open, and probably you would like me to make a video on how to download, then please just put it in the comment section and I'm going to talk about that. Also, I'm going to show you a link. Please, I'm going to put a link in this video for you to, if you want to learn something new, if you want to really go deeper into Power BI, I will put a link over there that you can just look into, so you learn so many things from it. So the amount is not really big, but I'm going to put it there so that you can see. So we'll go to blank. That is the first thing we're going to do, because we need a blank report to start our analysis. See, these are some of the products, these are some of the analysis I've done in the past, but in your own case might not be so. Also, you may even have more than this. So we go to our blank, then we click on the blank report for the first time. Then once we click on the blank report, already we have this as our blank report. We have, this is our report view. As you can see, we have our report view here. This is where we'll be having our dashboard, our KPIs, our calculation and everything. Then we have what we call table view. So when I click on the table view, already there's no data here. Already said get a data. You haven't loaded any data yet. So since we haven't loaded any data yet, so there's no how we can have any table here. As well, we can also get our data from here. Then we go to what we call, this is model view. As you can see, they've already put in the picture to demonstrate this are the relationship. In case probably we have 3 tables, different, probably we have sales and we have customer data and we also have product data. We can just join them together in order for us to have our analysis. So these are the 3 things that are mostly important for you to know. Then I'll go back to from home, then I'll go to get data, and you can actually get your data from several means. You can, if your data is in Excel format, you can just click on this and get your data. If you have your data in SQL server, you can click here, and if you want to paste into a blank table, you can use it, and if you want to use a sample data, you can use it. I'm going to make a video on how to actually use a sample data in case you want to practice and you don't have any data available. You can just come to the use sample data, and from there you can begin to practice. Then get data from another source. We can also click here. Then if your data is in Excel workbook, also you can also click here, but mostly I normally use it, and there's nothing wrong. You know this one. As you can see, we have several means of doing that. So I'm going to test and CSV first. If my data is not test and CSV, then definitely I will go to what we call downloads. This is where I have my data, and I'm going to look for supply chain data. So I have a supply chain data. I have 2 supply chain data. I have one which is supply chain data set, and also have one which is supply chain data. This is current. I'm using this. Then I'm going to open this. Then we allow it to open. I'm trying to make it a bit slower. If you are a beginner, you can as well learn so much from this. So we have our data preparing to load. Then we will have to wait a bit. So we have our data already. I scroll to the right or the left for me to see if everything actually completed, which is true. You can see we have file origin. Then we have the limiter. This is where our data is being stored. If I decide to make it from comma and I put it in a probably in a tab, see what is going to happen. Let's see. You can see it is wrong. So already Power BI has already detected the actual delimiter for our data, which is comma, because it's separated in a comma. So the next thing we are going to do, I will just wait for it. Then we see based on the first 200 rows, this is what it means here. Data type detection is telling us that our data type detection is based on 200 rows. So you can see based on 200 rows, do not detect data type, which is not actually good. So we have this. Then the next thing, extract table using samples. So we are not going to do that. Then we have load, we have transform, we have cancelled. If you are very sure that your data is well cleaned, you can always click load, and when you click load, you'll find yourself in your data view here, as I've shown to you. This is your data view, so you are going to have your data there. But in some cases, it's always good to use transform. So I normally use transform, and I always tell people to use transform, even though you are sure that your data is well cleaned. Always try to use transform. So we're going to use transform. And using the transform, we are going to have our data opened in the Power Query. Power Query is another tutorial on itself. I already have a project on a Power Query, but I've not made a video on it. Please, if you like, probably you will be interested in it. It's about almost over an hour for Power Query. So we are going to work on that, and this will actually help us a lot if you are new to Power BI As you can see, this is the Power Query, and Power Query is very dynamic and a very deep something that we can use. So we have our data. The first thing I normally do is I go to view. You can see we have my data in this format. When you go to column quality, I'm going to uncheck the column quality. You see, when I uncheck the column quality, you can see the percentage of quality, error, and empty. So you can always go back here, click on the quality. It's going to give you the quality of each column. As you can see, we have our prototype. Everything is completed 100%, no error, no empty. Our SQU, we have valid, everything's 100% valid. That means we have our data 100% cleaned. So we don't have any much thing to do rather than for us to close and transform. So that is the next thing we to do. So in case we have anything to do here, we come back to this side. So without that, I go to home. From home, I'm going to click on close and apply. Close and apply will bring us back to our report view. So this is as simple as that, but that is not all about the Power Query editor. A Power Query editor is a place whereby you have to model your data, clean your data, adjust your data, transform your data as well. But when you find yourself in our table view, or probably in our report view, this is where you visualize your data. This is where you show the KPIs and some calculation, as well as where you show your KPIs. So that is not as bad as we think it ought to be. Then we wait for it to load. Already we have 100% load. So we see we have our data here already. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to name it, because already we have untitled Power BI, and I don't want to use untitled Power BI because that means it's not yet safe, and if anything happened to my machine, it means I might lose all what I have worked for. So we just wait. Then I'm going to file. From file, I go to save. Then I'm going to browse the device. If you want to save on OneDrive, you are free. If you want to save on SharePoint, you are free. But on my own case, I always save on my machine. So that is what you have in the machine. And then I go to download. So I have supply chain report already. So I'm going to have what we call supply chain. I'm going to make it a dashboard this time around. That is what I'm going to use. So, and I'm going to click save. Then we are going to see it appeared here. So that is the first thing I'm going to do. Then the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this from page 1 and I'm going to make it, instead of page 1, I'm going to make it a report. You can also make yours probably a dashboard. There's nothing actually wrong with it. Then the third thing I always like to do, because we have so many calculations to do, we have to create some measure, and by so doing I have to create a table for my measure. I don't want the measure to be among the actual data set, so I want it to be separate. Why did I want to be separate? Because in case if I needed to pick anyone, I don't have to be looking at it. Where does it fall? Was it under revenue? Was it under road? So I go to enter data. Then from enter data, I wait for it to open. Then from there, I can just create a simple table. It's not something too big. You can see we don't have anything to do here. I'm going to just put it on mail. That's it. I'm just going to name it on mail. And after that, everything is done. All mail. Let me see if the spelling is correct. Yes, all mail. Then I'm just going to load. And once I finish loading, you just have to see everything will be. We have our table as odd measure. Then we started to create our KPIs one after the other. So we wait. Then already we have that open. You can see we have odd measure here. So we are going to be starting to create our mayor one after the other. The first one we are going to create what we call our total product sold. Our total product sold, you can as well start from the revenue, but I want to take it one after the other. Our total product sold. So we want to know how many products do we actually sell. This is what they want to see in the KPIs. That is the first 5 KPIs that we are going to create. We come to this mail, then you come to these 3 dots. You are going to click on these 3 dots. When you click on the 3 dots, you don't come to new column. We don't need a new column, or what we need is new mail. So you click on the new mail, and we are going to just wait for it to open at the tab. So you can see I'm going to put this a bit for you to see what I'm actually going to write. So we have our total product sold. So I'm going to have total product sold. Our total product sold. Then our total product sold, we want to see the sum of all the products sold. So that means we want to sum every of our products sold. So we're going to use the sum, that is the total. We want to sum all our products sold. So we are going to look for number of products sold. Let's look for the number of products sold here. In case you are not really seeing it, you can just expand it. This one will give you access for you to see it very well. So we are going to look for products sold. Number of products sold. So we have our number of products sold here. So we are going to have it this way. Now, since we have our number of products sold, we are going to click enter. So we are going to click enter. That is the first one that we are going to do. And there is something else we need to do, which I just remember. I'm going to, because when we go to our, the table is not here, so you might not really see it. I'm going to show something, and I'm going to create the table for us to see. So we have what we call our profit margin. Then we're going to create our profit margin. And how do we create our profit margin? Then we also have to create our costs. Then we also have to create our revenue. So everything. So we have everything together. And then I'm going to be showing you one after the other. Already we first of all created this. So we are going to create the second KPIs. We have our first, which is total product sold. Then we go back to our transform data. We want to transform our data. After that is what part of what Power Query is made for. You transform your data in Power Query. So we allow the Power Query editor to open. Then we are going to do some simple calculation. Very simple. Don't forget that this is a supply chain analysis whereby you need to analyze something. So we go to hard column. From the hard column, we go to custom column. This time around, I think I've talked about column from example. I've talked about, I think, one of my video, invoke column. I've talked about duplicate column. I've talked about index column. But today we are going to be using what we call custom column. So I've also talked about conditional column. But in this case, we are talking about custom column. And then we wait for the custom column. Then the first thing we want to calculate is our profit margin. Our profit margin. So we have our profit margin, and our profit margin is going to give us, first of all, we're going to have our revenue. We come down here, we look for our revenue generated. We are going to insert revenue generated, and we are going to minus it from our costs. So don't forget we have different costs. Then we are going to be doing one after the other. So we are going to have what we call, first of all, we are going to look for our manufacturing costs. Let's look for manufacturing costs. We have manufacturing costs. We are going to have insert manufacturing cost. We are going to plus it, manufacturing cost plus shipment cost. We look for shipment costs because already we have what we call shipment costs. So we had our shipment costs. Then also we have what we call the actual cost. Then we'll look for the actual cost here. Let's go, let's straightforward up. we should have a cost. So we have a cost. Thank you, we found it. So let me bring it down a bit. I think that's all. Then we click on this cost, then we are going to add. Then I'm going to close the brackets. So this is going to be our profit margin. So we get our profit by when you minus revenue by cost. So that is going to give you profit. So you know what revenue is, what you generated, what it cost you for you to generate it. Then when you minus it, then we get our profit margin. We can just name it as profit, so that's not a problem. So we are going to click OK. Then we wait to see it here. And let's wait. So we have our profit margin here. Then I'm going to change the data type. I'm going to make it a decimal number. So that is the right format. Please always make sure you check everything to detect if you are actually having the right data format. Then we go back to add column. Then we go to our custom column the second time. And we are going to create what we call percentage of profit margin. So we're going to have this to be our percentage profit margin. Percentage profit margin. Then what we are going to have, we are going to have our profit margin. Remember, we have our profit margin that we created here. So we are going to have our profit margin. I'm going to insert. Then what will happen, I'm going to divide it by the revenue. So I'm going to divide our profit margin by revenue. So we have our revenue generated, don't forget. We have, so you can't just type it there. So let me just come back here. Let's wait a bit. I should have come here, so we have to, so there's no problem. Okay, we have it back. So I'm just going to remove this. And I'm going to come down here, and then I'm going to have revenue generated. Then I'm going to insert the revenue generated. Then I'm going to insert, then I'm going to close, because I want to multiply them by 100. So I'm going to close it. Then I'm going to have it as multiply by 100. So that is what I want to do. Our profit divided by our revenue generated is going to give us our profit margin. And I'm going to click. So we are going to have our profit margin. You can see we have 90 something point. So I'm going to make it a decimal as well. Then we have it ready. Then the next thing, I will just go back to home, then click close and apply. So we are done with what we actually want to do there. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to continue creating the mail. Let's wait for it to fully load so that we won't have errors. So everything is perfectly done now. Then I will come back to this column. You can see we don't actually need this column 1. I'm going to wait, it's still working on it. We just have to wait a bit. So I'm going to this column 1, then I'm going to delete it from the model because we don't actually need it. Please make sure, read it. Are you sure you want to delete column 1? Make sure you read it very well so that you won't delete the wrong one. So the next thing, we are going to create our total cost. Already we are going to have our total cost, and our total cost is going to give us the sum of all the costs that we have. So we come down here. I'm going to have a new mail. Then I'm going to wait patiently for it to load. Then I'm going to have what we call total cost. So this is going to give us a total cost of all the sum. So we are going to sum all the costs that we have. Remember, we have manufacturing cost, we have shipment cost, then we have the actual cost. So we want to combine them together. We want to sum them together to be one. So that is what we mean by our total cost. So we're going to have, it's going to sum our total cost. So we, first of all, we come to our manufacturing cost. We are going to have it. Then we are going to close it. Then we are going to have a plus sign. Then we are going to have a sum of all our costs. We can also have our cost here. Then we are going to cover it. Then we are going to have plus. Then we are going to have the sum lastly. As well, you can use some S. So this is not just something I just decided to do this. You can decide to make it some S. So I mean summing up three different things. So that is not actually a problem. So there's so many ways to carry out. So you can use some S. Some S even make it faster than this. But I'm trying to make it a simple way so that if you are new, you will be able to understand. So we go to shipment cost. Let's go to our shipment cost. Then we are going to see what we have in our shipment cost. So we are done with everything. So we are just going to click either enter your keyboard or you click enter there. So already we have our total costs. So we are going to turn our total costs. We are going to turn it to currency. Let's come back here. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to actually probably will come back to do that. That is not a problem. I just want to see what we have in our total cost. Let's see, what do we actually have in our total cost. Let me see. Our total cost, we have 58.21 thousand. So I can just come back here, go to currency, and I'm going to make it this currency. So, and I'm going to probably, let me round it up, and I don't want to be a 0. Let me just round it everything up to 0. And we are going to have 58,000 in our total cost. So we have this, we can just put this here. Then we go back to our mail. Then we are going to create another new mail. We have about 6 or 7 mail to create. So this time around we are going to create what we call our stock level. And our stock level is going to give us the sum of the stock level we have. So that is actually no problem. So we are going to have what we call our stock level. So we want to know what is our total stock level that we have. So let me put it as a capital letter so later on. So we have equal to sum. We are going to sum up as well. We are not going to count. We want to sum all the total stock level that we have. So I'm going to make it here as stock level. So we have in this, creating this, I'm going to enter. Then the next thing we are going to create is our shipment cost. And this is going to give us the sum of the shipment cost. So already we have that, so that shouldn't be a problem. Remember, we sum all the total cost, but in this time around we want to have this shipment cost separately. So we are having the next, then we are going to have what we call our shipment cost. Let's wait. And we are going to, so this time around we're going to have our shipment cost. How much does it cost? Shipping cost, sorry. So how much does it cost to ship each product? Ship cost is going to give us the sum. We are going to sum everything together as well. So we're going to have what we call shipping cost, not shipping carrier, shipping cost. We have this, then everything is, then we are going to also attach our mail into it, and we're going to put price. So we are going to come here, then we are going to add this, then I want to make it 0, so I'm having that. Then the next thing we are going to have our total. So already we have our shipment cost, so we are going to have, next we're going to have our total revenue generated. So these are the things that we're going to have. So we are going to have, this is going to give us our total revenue. So we are going to have a total revenue. We're going to have our total revenue. Our total revenue is going to give us sum. We are going to sum up all the revenue that we have. So I can just make it revenue generated. Then I'm going to correct, I'm going to enter OK. Then I'm going to also put currency. I'm going to use the same currency that we're using. Then I don't want it, I want to make it perfectly 0. So I don't want it in decimal, so I'm putting it 0. So we have that already. Then we're going to have profit margin percentage already. Don't forget that we have what we call a profit margin percentage. So I'm just going to create just a profit. We're going to ask what the difference between profit and the profit margin. So already you know that your profit margin is your percentage. So we're going to have our profit. So we have our profit here. So on our profit, don't forget, profit is going to give us simple as revenue minus total cost. So we have profit here. Our profit is going to give us revenue. We're going to have revenue minus, this is our total revenue, minus our total cost. So that is going to give us our profit. So we have that. Then we're going to have that in currency. We are going to have it in a currency. So let me see. So we're done. So we just come here. We had a currency, and I'm going to make it 0. So let's wait. So I'm going to make it 0. Then I'm going to be sure that I have this in currency back. Then we're going to have other quantity. So we are going to have what we call other quantity. Everything is going to be summed. So we are summing everything. So we are going to have our other quantity. Let's wait. So we are having other quantity. Another quantity give us the sum of our other quantity. So then we click enter, or you click here. So this doesn't need anything. So then the next thing we are going to create average profit margin. We want to see the average profit margin. I'm not going to create that for now. And then if we need that, we'll come back to it. I'm just going to create profit margin. We've already created profit margin that will have it here, but I just want to have it in mail. When you come down here, I think we have what we call profit margin. You can see. So we have profit margin here already. I just want to create a measure for it. So we are going to have new measure. Then we're going to make it percentage. Profit margin. And percent of profit margin is going to give us divide. So we are going to divide the numerator by denominator. Look at it. This is a numerator. And also denominator, alternative result. We don't need alternative result. So our numerator here is our profit. So we're having our profit here. Then we are dividing it by our revenue. So when you follow this, so please, whenever you're using a measure, always try to read what is there. It makes it more easier for you. Numerator is the smallest, whereby the denominator is the biggest. So we are having our numerator as the profit. Then you can see after the numerator, you have a comma here. So you have to put a comma before you actually have your denominator, which is going to be our total revenue. So the next thing is alternative. If we want to have alternative, we can just put a comma here and put 0. But actually, we don't need that. So we just close it. Then I'm going to make it times 100. Then that is gone already. Then the last but not the least is going to be our average defect rate. Average defect rate. Our profit, percent of profit margin, let me put it back to percentage. So let me have it in percentage. Then we're going to have our average defect. average defect rate. You want to say, what is the average of defect rate of each product that we have? So we'll be able to at least apply a precaution to it. So we're going to have percentage here, percentage average defect rate. So it's going to give us, then we have the average already. So we have average, and we are going to use our defect rates. So that is the only thing we need to do next. Then we close, then we click enter. So we are done actually with that. Then the next thing is we come down to the design. Then I'm going to be using a color that I use for the first dashboard, so that will make everything align. Then I'm going to bring out the color here because I don't have it offhand. Then I'm going to have my color. I'm going to copy it from there. Then we come down to, I don't need this, I'm going to close this. Then I'm going to our format, I'm going to the background settings, I'm going to the color, then I'm going to go to more, then I'm going to paste this color into it. As you can see, we have this color already 100%. So we have this to be 100%, but I don't actually want it to be 100%. I want it to be 88. So I'm coming to the percentage level here. I'm going to make it 88%. So that is the only thing I'm going to do. I'm done with this, so I'm going to close it. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to pick this, and I'm going to change it from total cost. I'm going to make it to total revenue. I'm going to make it the total revenue. Then I'm going to format. Then go to format. From format, I'm going to begin to format it. The category level is the total revenue. I want it to be at the top, so I'm going to remove it from here. Then I'm going to put a title, which is going to be on. Then I'm going to make it a total revenue. So that is the first thing I'm going to do. As you can see, we have it at the left hand side. So I'm going to horizontal alignment. I'm going to make it center. Then I will just have to move down a bit. Then I will go to what we call callout value. This is the callout value. I want it in a simpler way. Then I'm going to just come down a bit. I'm going to have like 35. So that is perfectly good by me. Then the next thing I'm going to have is this. I will go to this, then I'll make it that way. Then I'll go to what we call, I go to size and style. From size and style, I'm going to switch off the background. I don't need a background. And I'm going to put on what we call the border, as you can see. But I have a specific color for the border. So I'm going to go to the border, and I'm going to have what we call this color that I use. I'm going to use it for the border. So because I don't want a different color for the border, so that we have the border line and the background to be the same, you can see. Then the next thing I'm going to have, to be surprised, I still also need what we call the shadow. Now I'm going to put the shadow, and the shadow, I'm not going to change the color of the shadow. I've done the shadow, but this, I'm going to make this 19. So when I click out of it, can you see what we have? Exactly, that is what I'm going to have. Then there is a color we are going to use. Then I'm going to have the title of the color background. So we constantly use this color for our design. Then I go to the title. Then I will go to the background of the title. This is the title. Then I will go to the background. Then I'm going to fill a color to it. You could see it. That is going to be so beautiful. Then look at it. Then we have this. So you can see what we have. Let me click out of it. So you can see what we have, and I really want to make it black. So this, I'm going to just make it a bit, then what? Then I'm going to the title, then I'm going to change the color of the title from black to white. I'm going to have this, then I also go back to callout value. I want to make this 30. So I think so. I'm going to just reduce this a bit. Exactly, that's what we want. Then we already have this done. Then I'm going to bring this here. So I'm going to move it down a bit. And I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it 2 times. Then I'll bring one here. Then I'll bring the other one here, then make them a bit closer. Make them closer as well. I think. Let me move this towards the end. Please, if you find this video useful, please find it interesting, please subscribe to encourage us doing more of this. Then the next thing I'm going to do, first of all, I'll come back here, then I'm going to change this to product sold. We have our total revenue, and for us to see the total revenue, they also want to see the total product sold. What are the products sold that give us this revenue? So we have 46,000, but in case of this, I don't want it to be okay. Already we have this open. I'll just go down to value. Let's go to the value. You can see display units in the colors value. I'm going to make it none. Exactly. Then I will go back to this. Then I'm going to put a comma there. A comma. Then we're going to have it as a 0.69 comma. So we have that already. Then I'm going to the title, which is going to give us product sold. Then I'm going back to the title. Instead of total revenue, remember we have product sold, so I'm not going to make it total product sold, I'm just going to make it product sold. So we have this already done. Then I'll come back to this, and this is going to give us stock level. And for the stock level, I'll go to this, go to the stock level. The same thing applicable. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to add a comma there. Then we are going to have 4,777, that's our stock level. Then I'm going to copy this, I'm going to paste it 2 times. Then I'm going to have it 1 here. Then I'm going to have the second one very close here. So let me have this here. Exactly, that's what I want to have. Then I'll come back to this. Then I'm going to change it to total cost. And this should have been, you know what I'm going to do? Already I've not changed this. This should be stock level. So I'm going to bring this here. Then I'm going to bring the stock level here. So we go to this. Let me go to the title. Let me go to the title. What is the title should be? The title should be stock level, not revenue. So we have stock level. Oh, there's something I needed to do. So this is going to give me total cost. So I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to put, remove this, and I'm going to put total cost there. So the total cost, we have 58,000. That is actually good. Then I'm coming to the last but not the least here. I'm still going to make this closer here a bit. The last but not the least, which is going to be this, and this is going to be because percentage profit margin. So we'll go to percentage profit margin. Let me see. I hope I have the percentage profit margin. Did I have the percentage profit margin created already? Oh, so I didn't have the percentage profit margin. So I'm going to have the percentage profit margin. I think I did. Let me check. I only have profit margin. I only have total revenue, profit margin. So no percentage of profit margin. So we go back to our mayor. I'm going to click new mayor. Then I'm going to have call percentage profit margin. Already we have a profit margin. I'm not sure it's percentage profit margin. So we are going to have this as our percentage. Oh, wait a bit. It's working on it. Just wait a bit. So let's just give it some few minutes. I think it should be done now. So I don't know why it's taking time. Still working on it. So we have our costs. We have total costs. We have shipping costs. So we don't have percentage profit margin. So percentage profit margin actually is going to give us, we are going to divide profit. I thought we did this. So we're going to divide. So we're going to divide numerator by denominator. I think we did this. Probably I didn't put percentage. Let me see. Let me see if we actually did this. Let's see. Profit margin. It should have been percentage profit margin times revenue times 100. So I should have this as percentage profit margin. So and I have it as percentage. So then I'm going to delete that one. We don't actually need it. Then rename. So I'm going to delete this. I actually don't need it. Yes. So we have this as our proper one. So we're going to have percentage now. Then I can actually say this. And this is the first thing we're going to do. So already we have that. Then I can just, okay, let's wait a bit. We are still going to be waiting sometimes more. We have our revenue. The next thing is going to be, we're going to be creating our revenue by shipping carrier. I think I have to look into my machine. I don't know why it's taking so long time to load my data, probably because I have a lot of data working on, or probably I need to delete something from my system. It's getting slower day by day. So we are going to have this as our percentage of profit margin. Then what is going to happen here, I'm going to remove it from percentage, and let me see what we are going to have. So let's wait. So I'm going to remove it from percentage. And what am I having? Percentage of profit margin. So what is happening? Is this in percentage or this is out of percentage? This should actually be out of percentage. I think I'm right. So this shouldn't be in percentage. It shouldn't be in percentage, and let's wait and see. So times 100 times 100 times revenue percentage total revenue times 100. So as you can see, so we have 92, 89.92. So that is our percentage profit margin. So I'm just going to name it as percentage profit margin. So we are done with that. And let me see what we have in there. Why do we have it so big? I'm having this so big. So I'm just going to delete this. Permit me to remove it. And I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it once, then I'm going to have it here, then I'm going to remove this, then I'm going to have percentage profit margin, then I'm going to title, then I'm going to name it as percentage profit margin. So we are done with that. Now I wanted to pay an attention to something. I want to change the format of the written, so I'm going to click this already clicked on. I'm going to hold Control on my keyboard, then click on this, click on every one of them, then I'll go to the title font, then I'm going to turn it to italic. Then I'll go back to this, then I'm going to make the height as high as 80, then I'm going to make the wide as high as 160. So everything together for it to align properly. So I'm done with that. Then the first time I'm going to save my work. So I have that done already. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this, I'm going to hide it, I don't need it. Then I need what we call revenue by shipping carrier. I need revenue by shipping carrier, and for us to do that, we are going to use what we call our stack column chart. So I'm going to have this. Then I'm going to bring this closer here. Then I'm going to expand it, not actually really big, but not really big. Then I'm going to have this here. Then I'm going to have revenue by shipping carrier. So we go to our revenue. So we have our total revenue here. Then I will come down here. Then I'm going to have one code shipping carrier. So I'm going to have a shipping carrier here. Let me see. So perfectly done. I'm going to expand it a bit. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to format. I will come to format here. Then first of all, the title is going to give me revenue by shipping carrier. I don't want total revenue. I just need revenue by shipping carrier. Then I'm going to center it. Don't forget. I'm going to make it an italic. Don't forget. I still have, I think, if I'm not mistaken, let me see if I have the color copied. No. I will come down here. I'm going to click on this. I will come to the background. I'm going to click the color. And I'm going to copy. Then I'll come back here. Come back to here. Then I'm going to have the background title, and I'm going to have all got this copied already. Then I'm going to change the font to white. Remember, we do that also. Then I'm going to x-axis and y-axis. For the x-axis, I actually, so there's no title, so I need a value. The title is off already. Then I go to the y-axis. For the y-axis, I don't need the title. I don't need the value as well. So we have that already. And don't forget the background. I'm going to click on the background. Then I'll go to the background color. We're going to be doing this often, so please just get prepared for it. So we're going to copy this. Then I'm going to come back here. Then I don't need this anymore. So I'll come back here. Format this. Then I will go to what we'll call, I'm going to remove the background. I don't want the background. I'm going to put the shadow, and I'm going to change the color of the shadow. I think I will surely have it, so I don't have to be copying again. I think I can surely see that. Then I'm going to have what we call, let me move down a bit. Then I'm going to have this to be 19. Then I'm going to have the shadow. Everything actually perfectly done. So let me click out. And this is what I actually want to achieve. I will go back to it again the last time. I'm going to put a label. Let's go to our data label, and I'm going to put the data label. I have it. Then let me go to the value. I don't want to make it auto a million, so we have the value. Then from the value, just go to display unit, not auto, put it in none. And let's see, actually we have the best. Then we'll go back to the x-axis. I mean the y-axis, we don't need this. Then I'll go back to the y-axis. And for the y-axis, I don't need a value. Then we can see we have some grid line. I don't know if it is mean just in it. Then we'll go to grid line, so we don't have any grid line. So that is perfectly done. So we are done with that. Then the next thing we're going to do, I also going to copy this, and I'm going to put it here. Then I'm going to make it closer to this. And for this, we're going to have revenue by product type. And I'm going to use what we call cluster bar chart. So I'm going to have no Ctrl Z. Ctrl Z. Okay. So I bring this here. This have to be here. And this have to be here. So this is going to be revenue by product type, not revenue by. So this is going to be my product type. So we have revenue by product type. I'm going to have this here. So I'm going to remove this. Then I'm going to remove shipping carrier. Revenue by product type. So we have our revenue. Then we have our product type. Then what am I going to do? We go to our format as usual. We don't want this inside, so this is going to give us. So I just want to, let me bring this a bit here. Then we go to our data label. Let's go to our data label. Then let's go to our value, display unit, then auto. Then we go to position. Let's move forward. Let's go to position under data label. I want to make it outside hand. Perfectly done. So we don't have to do anything there. As said, we have to remove X. So we can see we have skincare brought by shipping carrier. Not shipping carrier this time around. It's going to be by product type. So we go to x-axis. Let's go to the x-axis. And we are going to have the x-axis removed. So we have the y-axis rather, the value, the title, we don't need it. So the next thing is I want to change this. So we're going to change the title, so we don't have it as revenue. This is going to be revenue by product type. Revenue by product type. So we are done with that. So we can move out. Yes, I said I want us to do something. So we go to, we are not going to, so we go to this. And let's go to bar. I don't know, let me try to copy this color now in case I may need it. Did I remove it? Go back. Go back. Copy. I want to copy this color. Then I want to go to, I can actually work on both together. Let me also click on this. And let me move down to where you can find what we call bar. Not background. Not bar. Okay, let me put it one after the other. So let me go to bar. Let me go to bar. Let me go to bar. and I want to have the color to be this. Then come to this as well. Then go to the column, then have the color to be this. So that's what I want to do. Then we are having that simply. Okay, then the last but not even the last but not the least. Okay, I think we just have to click up from here. Then we have everything perfectly done. Then I'm going to save my work. Then the next thing is, so we are missing something out here. And what are we missing out? We don't have what we call, let's go to shadow. Let's go to, we don't have shadow. Let's go to here. We don't have shadow as well. That's well done. Then the next thing we're going to have is we go to have our average detect rate by product type. So we can just pick our donut chart here. Always make sure you click out of this place so that you won't have it. So I'm going to put this very close here. I'm going to bring this here. So I'm going to have average detect by product type. So this is average detect. I'm going to have it by product type. So, and I'm going to, from this, I'm going to format. Then from the format, first of all, let me go to the title, average defect by product type, that is right, center, italic. I'm going to make it white. I'm going to make it the background. I'm going to have this. Then I'm going to legend. I don't need it legend. I'm going to remove it. Then I'm going to data label, and I'm going to have everything as name and percentage. So I'm going to have category data value. I'm going to have category percentage of total. Let's see. Exactly, that is what I actually need here. Then the next thing I'm going to do is we go back to, I need the background. Okay, probably maybe we have the background already there. So let me go back to, we don't need the background here, so I'm going to click it off. I'm going to put a visual, and I'm going to use this. We have this. So the next thing is I'm going to have this as 19. Then I'm going to have this one. So everything is perfectly done here. So I have exactly, so we have vehicle, we have 20 cosmetic, we have 20.99% defect rate. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to use the second time, and I'm going to have it to be revenue by customer demographic. So I'm going to remove this. I'm going to put revenue, and I'm going to put what we call customer demographic. That is what I'm going to use. Customer demographic. Let me see. Probably I can just write customer demographic. I think I'm right. So I'm not going to make it total revenue. I'm going to not. So let me just go to title. I'm going to remove total. So I'm going to make it revenue by customer demographic. Then I'm going to save. So that is that. Then I'm going to copy this. Then I'm going to bring it down. Then I'm going to expand it a bit, and I'm also going to expand this and this a bit. So we copy this to this. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to order quantity by SKU. Order quantity, let me remove this. Order quantity, don't forget that I'm going to remove revenue. I'm going to have order quantity. This is the order quantity by SKU. So order quantity by SKU. So that is what I'm going to have. Then I'm going to remove this product type. I don't need product type. Just order quantity by SKU. So order quantity by SKU. So we have a lot. I only need top 5. So what we are going to do is we go to this format. Then I'm going to order quantity by SKU. Then I'm going to the SKU. Then I'm going to filtering, go to top N. Then I'm going to have top 5. Then I'm going to pick the order quantity. Then I'm going to put it in value. Then I'm going to apply. So apply. Then I have the top 5 already, and that's what I need. Then I'm going to close this. Then I'm going to make this up a bit. So going to make this up. I think I have top 6, and I only need top 5. I'm having top 6, so let me just go back there. Top N is top 5. SKU is top 5. So why am I having it showing 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Order quantity. Give me top 5, please. Apply. So am I still having another? Then probably we look into that later. Then I'm going to just make sure this is a bit bigger. I'm going to make this a bit bigger. I'm going to bring this a bit here. Then I'm going to have this SKU. I think something is actually wrong here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be order quantity by SKU. Alternate. The last one should be SKU 35. SKU 35. So order quantity. Oh, am I using product type? Order quantity SKU is actually SKU. I'm just trying to cross-check something to be certain that I'm actually using SKU. Order quantity, I'm actually using SKU. So why am I having 6 instead of 5? Then top N. So then I'm going to remove this. Let me go to top N. I'm having top 5. Then I'm having top 5 order quantity. Then I have to check what is actually wrong. Probably top 5. Okay, I understand that. So I'm going to remove this. Then I'm going to use top 5 by revenue. Let me use revenue. Let me apply. So I have the correct thing that I want. Thank you. So by revenue, then let me bring this here. Let me remove this. 10. I don't really want this. So this should be a bit bigger. This should be big as well, bigger. I don't want this to be so big. So this should be here. And this should be here. Also, then I have this. That can give me this. So everything's going to be adjusted better. So we have this already. Then I'm going to click on this. I don't need this. Then I'm going to make this up. I'm going to make this. Then I'm going to have price. I'm going to have the price by the total product sold, and that is going to give us, what chart am I going to use for this? I can as well just pick any house chart. No, any house chart will not even solve the problem this time around. We have to use what we call our scatter chart. So come down here, please make sure you click out of this. Then I'm going to click what we call scatter chart. Then I'm going to have, for the scatter chart, I'm going to have the total products. I'm going to total products sold. I have that first of all. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to have price. Then I'm going to have product type. I'm going to have the price. Let's move down a bit and let me see. I'm going to have the price. Then I'm going to have what we'll call, so let me close this. I'm trying to make sure everything is actually in the right order. Then I'm going to have this already closed. Then I'm going to have this. So I'm going to have the value. Let me come into the value here. I'm going to have the SKU as the value. So let me go here. I'm going to have this. Then followed by, I'm going to have the price as the axis. Sum of the price, y-axis. Then I'm going to have the price as the s-axis. S-axis, I'm going to have the price. Oh, okay. I'm going to have the price. So let me move down. I'm going to have the price. Then followed by, and I'm going to have the product sold as the y-axis. This is the y-axis. So I'm going to have the product sold. Total product sold. I hope I'm okay. Total product sold. Then the last but not the least concerning that, I'm going to have legend, the product type. So let me come to the legend here and let me have the product type. Or I can just come here. Let me have the product type here. So as the legend. So that is what you can see. And I'm going to expand this a bit because this is going to give us 2 lines. And I'm going to just make it this way. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to the format part. I'm going to the format. The title is going to give us, I don't need a sum, so I'm going to remove the sum. Then what I just need is when you click on it, you want to see what it actually is: products and the product sold by SKU and the product type. So I'm going to have this. Then let me go to this and let me see if this is the actually. I think that is right. I'm going to make it italic. I'm going to make it white. Then the next thing is I'm going to, please, if you find this video interesting, please subscribe. Then we'll go to the legend. I don't need the title. Then I'm going to bring the legend down. So let's go to bottom. Bottom center. So that is what we just have to do there. That is perfectly done on its own. Then the last but not the least, we are going to have a table. And so I'm going to close this. So I'm going to have this table. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to pick this table. And I'm going to make it a bit longer. I'm going to make it sizable this way. Then for the table, the first thing I'm going to pick for the table is going to pick the product. Then we'll go to the product type. So I'm going to have the product type. Then I'm going to have the product sold, total product sold. Then I'm going to have what we call stock level. Then I'm going to have it followed by our revenue. Then I'm going to have it followed by our profit. So what is our profit? Then I'm going to make it followed by our profit margin. That is all we just have to do. We don't have to do much here. Then product type total. Then I'll come to this. I will remove what we'll call the total. I'll just have product sold. Then stock level, total revenue. I will go to where there's total revenue. I will just put it as simple as revenue. That's all. Then we have our profit to be where it is. So I'm going to rename this and I'm going to make it as revenue generated as revenue generated. Then I'm going to click OK. Or better still, I think it's too long. I'm just going to make it revenue. So I'm going to remove the generated. Then what am I going to do next is I'm going to just move this up a bit. I'm going to move this down a bit. Then I'm going to the format aspect of it. So I'm going to format. And from the format, I'm going to the title. I'm going to put a title, and the title is going to be product wise. Product wise, then I'm going to the background. I'm going to make this. Then I'm going to italic. Then I'm going to make the color white. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I'll go to column header. I'm just going to make it a bit, it's too much. I'll bring it down to where it was. Then I'm going to center them. Then I will come back here to the total. It was too dark for me. I don't want to put it. Okay. Then the text color, let me see if I can reduce this. So everything just have to be what it is. Cell element. Please, if you find this video interesting, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Then I'm not going to use this. Probably, let me see. Okay, that is fine. Then I'll still go to the total. Specific column, specific column, specific column. I want to remove the grid. Then you can also try to design it in your own little way. Then I will go to the grid, as I've said. I'm going to make the color border. Let me leave that one. So I just go to our size and style. I'm going to remove the background. I'm going to put a visual border, and I'm going to use the normal one. Then I'm going to make it 19. Then I'm going to put the shadow. Then I'll go back to the title. Let me go back to the title, and I'm going to make it center. Then I'm going to click on this, quickly from this. I'm going to click away from this. I'm going to hide this. I will save. Then I will come back to this and make this. Actually, I want to reduce this and I want to expand this. So I'm going to just have this a bit. Okay, this still have to be big, otherwise. So I'm going to make this a bit bigger for it to be more seen. I'm going to make this a bit bigger as well. Then I'm going to bring this up a bit. Then I'm going to have this and this. We've actually come to the end. Please, if you find this video interesting, if you find this video useful, please subscribe to this channel. Or I'm going to make this a bit smaller. Then this is going to be enlarged. I want this to be really enlarged, but not up really. So then I want to have this. No. Then I want to have this exactly. Then I'll move this a bit down. Then I'll move this a bit down as well. So this can still be here, and that's going to be a space between them. So I want to move this down. Please, if you find this video useful, if you find this video interesting, please subscribe, please like, please comment, as well as please share. This only encourages us to do more, not more than encouraging us. And please click the bell so you'll be notified when we upload a new video. My name is Pizza Analytics, so please, you can always come to my YouTube channel and learn whatever you need to learn, and make sure you learn skills every day. So this is going to be adjusted, and this is going to be more design. I'm going to remove all this, and I'm going to do that. This is something you can just do on your own to make it a bit more beautiful and more looking good. So the last but not the least that I'm going to do is I'm going to copy. I'm going to copy this. Then I'll bring it down here. I hope it works so that I don't have to do it the second time. So let me see again. let me see if I can. There's no way for copy. Then I'm going to copy it again. Then I'll try to bring this down here. So this is supply chain insights. But don't forget that we'll make this a supply chain dashboard. So I'm going to make it supply chain dashboard. So I'm going to use a capital letter R. Supply chain dashboard. Thank you for taking our time to take this wonderful ride with me. See you in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share. These are what you can do to encourage us to do more video. Once again, thank you for taking this wonderful ride with me. You can also put it in the comment section any other video that you want me to do next. We'll work on it. Thank you and